Welcome back to Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. I've got a tree right here that needs to come down. It's leaning right over to where the house is going to be. Plus, well, I don't want that to happen, but I also think it's going to be in the way when I go to do my back egress. So I'm going to drop that one out of the way. Technically, that other one, that's a maple tree, or sorry, another oak tree. It's kind of leaning back this way as well. That'll probably eventually come down. It's holding up part of my wood pile right at the moment. But it is leaning right towards where the house is going to be. The last thing you want is a tree. Right now it's only about 6 inches at the base. You drop it down here, it's not going to be too bad to deal with. But you don't want that thing getting to be 2 feet around at the base like that one back there if it's leaning against where the house is going to be. So that'll eventually come down as well. I'll probably just step up above the wood pile, undercut it and drop it here. But right now I'm going to take down this one here out of the way, and then there's a little tree right in between it. So I'm going to try to drop it right down in this area here. Hopefully it won't hit my building. So I'll bring you along for that. We got to log it out. All right, I ended up taking down one average sized tree and a couple smaller ones. This is the area right out here. You can see where, I don't know if you can tell how quickly that drops off, but that drops off really quickly. And so I'm thinking, I mean, I'll do a video when I lay out the basement, but here's the well. Thinking about putting the well inside the house. Still haven't quite decided that. I haven't laid it out yet. But that means we've got about a 15-foot egress to come out here to dig down till it comes out to nothing, which means basically we're at the brink of that hill. Excuse me, at the brink of that hill right there. It drops off, and so I can make a kind of a sloped egress out the back. Put in some retaining walls eventually. One of the other things I wanted to point out is I had sharpened my saw. Goodness, I think it was on Saturday. And when I sharpened the saw, I had filed the rakers down, or the riders. And I realized that when I was cutting out here on Saturday, I was cutting up a couple of those trees, other trees I had felled, that my saw was cutting in a bow. So I knew that I had got the rakers a little bit too much on one side. Now I don't have the gauges. I just look at them and do it by eye. So tonight, just now before I started cutting up, I did the opposite side. It was cutting this way, so I did the opposite side so it would balance out and cut the and straighten it out. And sure enough, that's what I did. It's working great. The saw, the chain is just about worn out, so I was just kind of experimenting. It's jumping a little bit when I'm cutting that smaller wood, but actually it's cutting fairly well. This is hardwood I'm into. Yeah, if you've got a little bit of bow in it, just go on the opposite side and file the rakers, and it'll start pulling it straight. I decided I'm going to go ahead right now and take that other tree down, step up above the wood pile and take it down so I can get rid of the debris when I get rid of the rest of the debris all at the same time. So let's see if we can do this without damaging something. Well, 12 minutes, made short work of that tree. Not a lot of wood in that, but again, it's out of the way. It does open up a little bit of the view when the house goes in, but it does create, you know, less shade. But we got some smaller trees growing up in there. In a few years, hopefully they'll make up for the shade area now that they've got more access to the light. So I'm going to clean this up and I think call it a day. Appreciate you joining me on this evening. The days are getting shorter here in eastern Tennessee. Don't get as much done. But if I ever get my permits, we're going to be away to the races. I do have some more work to do before I can, before I put the basement in. I mean, I've got a little bit of stuff I can do that'll help fill in the time. Got a couple more stacks of lumber to plane, as I've noted before. But I'd really like to be able to be pouring concrete footings and doing cement block wall or whatever in the nice cool October, early November. So when it's not dealing with this humidity. So anyway, thanks for joining. Be looking forward to that. Thanks for coming along on this journey. I appreciate you joining me and spending time with me. It's not, I know there's a lot of options out there. So anyway, if you would, please like and subscribe, tell others. Until next time, as always, you have a great day.